Welcome to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection since 1991. I'm Linda Karnauskas, and I want to thank you for joining us on this Friday, July 8th. We have an informative and fun show for you today. First, we'll be on location at the Owatonna Steele County Amateur Radio Field Day. You're going to learn all about that. And then later on, we're going to be down at Gus's gas station to hear all about their fundraiser at the Village of Yesteryear. And we're going to be meeting with all the gentlemen down there. So you'll want to stay tuned for today's show. And today is Friday, that very special day in our week when we recognize our sponsors. The Owatonna Today Show thanks the following sponsors of this program. Our premier sponsors, City of Owatonna, Express Employment Professionals, Owatonna Public Utilities. Our primary sponsors, Amy Swain Hearing Centers, Anytime Fitness, Fairway Foods, Little Theater of Owatonna, and the Owatonna Foundation. Our interlude sponsors are Bremer Bank, Brenda Bednar Mortgage Office, Glenn Mager and Michael Mager of the Brick Mager Funeral Home and Medford Funeral Home, Carl Branston and Company CPAs, ERA Gillespie Real Estate, Fairview Animal Medical Center, Horizon Eye Care, Owatonna Business Incubator, Sign Pro and Auto Trim Design, Steele County Historical Society, Steele County Transitional Housing, the Third Hand Video Productions, Tri-M Graphics, and TPS Insurance. And we hope that you will support these fine Owatonna businesses that support the Owatonna Today Show. And, please say thanks to them when you see them out and about. Without them, this show is able to continue, and because of them. So give them a shout out. We're always looking for more supporters of the show. And if you are a business and would like more information about becoming a sponsor of this program, please contact Leanne Alt at 390-5751. We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll see you down at the Oscar Field Day. So please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Jody Voisin with the staff at Fairview Animal Medical Center, your other family doctor. Fairview Animal Medical Center is a proud supporter of the Owatonna Today Show.
Recreational fires are allowed within the Owatonna city limits. They must be contained within a fire pit or a device designed for such use, and can be 3 feet in diameter and no more than 3 feet high. They must be 25 feet from a building or combustibles. Only untreated or unpainted woods must be used. Fires must be attended by a person at all times that are capable of extinguishing the fire. This has been a safety tip from the Owatonna Fire Department.
Hello, I'm David Einhaus with the Owatonna Foundation. Thank you to all of our donors who have helped make Owatonna a better place to live. Will you join us today with a financial gift? Owatonna Foundation is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Tim Van Gelder, and I play Duty.
And I'm Jason Meyer, and I play Roger in LTO's current production of Grease, directed by Craig Berg and sponsored by the Wenger Foundation.
Performances of Grease will be held Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, July 7th, 8th, and 9th at 7:30 p.m., with a matinee on Sunday, July 10th at 2 p.m.
And again the following Thursday through Saturday, July 14th, 15th, and 16th at 7:30 p.m., with another matinee on Sunday, July 17th at 2 p.m.
Tickets are available at the LTO box office by calling 451-0764 or online at littletheaterofowatonna.org.
Don't miss LTO's production of Grease.
That was a good one.
Yeah, thanks.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. And we're on location on this beautiful Saturday at the Owatonna Steele County Amateur Radio League Field Day. And we're here talking with some of the participants. I have here on my right
Alec Neubauers,
Tom Karnauskas, Dale Carlson.
Now, Alec, you're new to amateur radio, correct? How long have you been involved?
Since March.
So you're new. Are you glad to be here?
Absolutely.
Now, Tom, you're not so new to amateur radio. How many years have you been involved?
Oh, since the 80s at least. So.
And Dale, how long have you been involved?
Since 1975, so 40-some years.
So see, Alec, you can get a lot of help from these guys. Okay. Tom, why don't you tell us, what is amateur radio?
Amateur radio is just a hobby, a group of enthusiasts that like to communicate and experiment with radios. And with it, there's multiple opportunities, whether it's the traditional shortwave operating, going all the way through communicating with the International Space Station, and we have our own satellites circulating the Earth.
And what does the Owatonna Steele County Amateur Radio Club do?
We're just a group of enthusiasts. We get together on a monthly semi-formally on a monthly basis. On the second Saturday at the kitchen restaurant, we have breakfast and primarily just have fellowship with each other.
Okay. And you also help mentor the new guys that come, or ladies that come on board, correct?
The club sponsors classes every year. We've had 11 classes now and have generated in excess of 60 new hams as a result of those classes over the years. And Alec was one of the participants in the class this spring.
So welcome aboard, Alec. What is the purpose of Field Day, Tom?
Field Day is a combination of things relating to amateur radio and emergency communications. First off, it's a demonstration. We invite people to come out to the site and see what it is we're doing. It's a series of preparation because of the field day. We have multiple people here that have generated equipment and set themselves up where they could communicate outside of their normal stations at home. And then it's also a contest. Part of the enthusiast is to make as many contacts as we can over a 24-hour period.
Would you say, Tom, that it helps us, makes the club emergency ready should they be called upon?
Yep, very much so. Without field day, a lot of the things that people have spent their own time and money on developing antennas and things like that probably wouldn't happen and would leave us in a hard spot when emergency communications are required.
Now, you're the Steele County Amateur Radio Coordinator for the County of Steele. What does that entail? What is your responsibility?
I have two roles. One works, both of them kind of go the same way. If there is a emergency communication within the county, I will coordinate with Mike Johnson, our emergency coordinator, and as part of Steele County Emergency Management. And then also on a national organization is the Amateur Radio Relay League, and where through that we can be requested to help elsewhere or ask for help for a local emergency communication issue here.
Well, thanks. Thank you, and thank you for all you do. Dale, you're a past president, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And how many years have you been involved with the club?
At least 15. I don't remember how long it's been. It's been a long time, though.
And I know you're instrumental in helping and mentoring others, and I'm sure, Nick, you've probably gotten some, or Alec, you've probably gotten some help from these guys. They love to share the knowledge. What could you tell us a little bit about yourself? How did you get involved in radio?
My cousin, a long time ago, he got me hooked. He had a ham radio in his VW Bug. It was sitting at my uncle's place, and he was trying to talk to somebody. He got a hold of somebody in South Dakota, and he shoved the microphone in front of my face. I couldn't get a word out other than hello, but I was hooked after that and haven't turned back since. And that was over 40 years ago. So, yeah.
So here we are at Field Day, and we have all kinds of radio shacks, as you call them, and antennas. Over here to your left, Dale, would you explain for the viewers what the two antennas are, the one starting way back on that trailer?
Okay. With all the different antennas, there are different functions, there are different frequency ranges that they will talk to. The one on that back trailer is for 2 meters, kind of VHF, more local communications. The next taller one next to it is more of a shortwave band to talk to more farther out places. Part of the fun with the antennas is a lot of us don't have a whole lot of room to build the antennas in our backyards, and so we'll come up with these crazy ideas to see if they actually work, and we'll bring them out here. This was one of them. We had several different tries, misfires last night when we were trying to get this thing set up, but once we got it up in the air, it's been working pretty well. So
that's half the fun, a lot of experimentation. Okay, Mr. Tom, and would you explain these two these two antennas we're seeing over here, okay?
Okay, the little one out in the middle where you can just barely see the white sticking out is called a vertical antenna because it's vertically oriented. And that's one that's capable of multiple bands. It's adjustable, so it ends up being a lot more flexible than some of the other antennas such as the next one over, which is the real tall one. And that is an antenna that is built for same thing. It's called a vertical antenna, but it's designed to operate only on 40 meters. And so different bands during different parts of the day, they'll communicate or bounce signals in different ways depending on the atmospheric conditions at the time.
Okay, thank you. Nick, why don't you come over here? I just want to ask you one quick question, okay, quickly. What has been the thing you've learned the most about since coming on board with the club?
Probably antennas.
Okay. And what made you want to come out?
Well, it started with being a member in Civil Air Patrol since I was 12 years old, and since then I've become a senior member in the program, or in the organization. And now I'm currently the emergency services officer and recently the communications officer for my squadron. So that really pushed me to make sure I got my license with ham radio and then learn as much as I can so I can benefit my squadron.
Well, thank you, and we're glad to have you aboard. There's also a Radio Shack over here where they do Morse code, and we'd love to come over and show you what's going on inside that. We have relocated to the Steele County Emergency Trailer where they're doing Morse code on today's field day. We're here with Matt Archer, who's operating the... Matt Arthur, who's operating here, and then Jaden Champ, who's logging everything that Matt does. And what's happening is, Matt, is you are transmitting when you are on the, what's the piece of equipment?
Today's radio. We've got a key right here. This is the Morse code apparatus. And there's an antenna outside, a vertical antenna outside somewhere.
Okay. Would you go ahead and try to contact somebody, and we'll watch how you and Jaden work together? Now, what are you transmitting?
I'm just sending CQ Field Day. That's the event that we're doing. There's a station in Colorado right there. He's working somebody. Let's see if we can work him here in a second. Oh. I just grabbed another one. 1 Echo NFL, North Florida. Kilo Radio 4 Zulu. Whatever else, you got it?
Yep.
He's working some Canadian now. Victor Echo 3, Delta Golf, he's in Ontario.
Well, we're going to let you get busy, and we won't want to interrupt you anymore. Could you just tell us how many contacts do you make in a day usually at contests?
Well, last year I think we made close to 400, 500, 600.
Wow.
Depending on, and if we don't have to shut down and we can keep this thing rolling and I can keep awake,
Well, thanks.
All that stuff. Why, we'll make 500, 600 contacts,
Thanks, Matt.
This is more of a fun activity, but if everything really go up in flames or something, we could really get serious and be the main communications in and out of this area in a short moment's notice, you know what I mean?
Thanks, Matt, for sharing. Jaden, for letting us come and watch. We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, so please stay with us.
Hope we didn't get too much.
Welcome to Bremer Bank. I am Jason Iberg.
And I'm Shannon Pedersen.
Bremer is a full financial services bank.
We invite you to stop by Bremer Bank and experience the Bremer difference.
You are always welcome at Bremer.
I didn't just want another job, I wanted a career, so I expressed myself.
I was new to town and I didn't know where to turn for a job, so I decided to express myself.
I decided to express myself, and they helped find the right career for me.
Express Employment Professionals is in contact with thousands of companies in need of quality employees. Come in now and get the job you deserve.
Express yourself today.
I'm Bill Owens with the Owatonna Business Incubator. Whether your business is just starting out or is expanding, we have the office space and manufacturing space that you need. As the small business counseling center for this region, we are able to help you in your expansion or your startup of your business. We are a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Hi, I'm Tim Anderson, the owner of Anytime Fitness, where we make getting healthy affordable and convenient. Anytime Fitness is a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show.
Owatonna Public Utilities, real people, real reliable, real progress.
Making life a little easier day after day, taking pride in our community, listening to what you say, a voice you can talk to. We're growing with you in mind in everything we do. Owatonna Public Utilities.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We are on location today at the Village of Yesteryear here in Owatonna, and we're inside Gus's gas station. And we're here to learn all about Gus's gas station with two very dedicated and wonderful gentlemen to the cause. I have with me on my far right,
Steve Frederickson.
And I have here
Lloyd Kaplan.
And I've just enjoyed conversing with them, and we're going to share with you how Gus's gas station got here and what it's all about. So Lloyd, why don't you go ahead and share with our viewers?
The station itself was built in 1931. It was operated with Phillips 66, Mobile gas, and Standard gas. Then Gus and Hilda Jacobson bought the station in 1946, and it was Standard ever since. So this is why we got the red, white, and blue and the Standard emblems out, because they were in it the longest. And this station was located in Ellendale, across from the creamery, and it was donated to me. I donated it to the Ellendale Area Heritage Society, and we started fundraising so that we could move it with the permission of the Steele County Historical Society to its last and final home. And we had great cooperation from many people in hauling it, and we restored it to what it looks like in 1931, because we have a stove that is in here that was here in 1931. All of the cabinets, the shelving, the counter in front, these are all original out of the station. We did do some cleanup and touch up on them, but we didn't change anything. So everybody gets to enjoy the station as it was years ago.
And how long have you been involved with this project, Lloyd?
Well, I suppose about 6 years that we worked on it. Took a year to get it moved here, took a year to, or better than a year, to restore it, and it's really been open now 2 years.
Mm-hmm. So Steve, is this just a committee that congregated because they have an interest, or?
Absolutely, and Lloyd contacted me. I've known Lloyd, and we were talking. He said they have some gas pumps that they needed to be restored, and I do a little restoration with my business, and so I said I'd help them out. So we had them in my garage, and between Terry Prokopek and Lloyd and I, we took them down and sanded them all down, and then repainted them, and then reinstalled them out here. So it shows the era of the 1930s. These are visible pumps. So.
Now, Lloyd, Gus's was more than just a gas station. Why don't you explain a few stories there, or at least one good story?
Okay, one of the main money makers in this station was selling candy, pop, and gum. and it was unreal what they would sell. There's 2 windows over there. There was this, Gus would be out changing oil, but when the kids started coming, Hilda would holler to Gus, you gotta come and help. So they would both come in behind the counter, passing out candy and chips and peanuts to all the kids. And this was a big part of their business. But they were across the road from the creamery. Highway 30 went by it. So they had many types of people stopping in this station all day long.
So it afforded a lot more than just supplying gas. It was a congregating place. Well, you're having a fundraiser coming up, and to learn about the new edition you want to put on. So, and you have some cars outside. Can we go take a peek?
I think we should.
Okay. Steve, we relocated out front of Gus's gas station, and this will be the site of the fundraiser coming up. When are the dates of that?
Like you say, yeah, this is the focal point, and the dates are July 16th, and it's an open car show from 8:30 until noon, and the first 75 entries get dash plaques, and the top 10 vehicles voted by the participants will get a trophy. And it also will coincide with a breakfast provided by Spare Time Entertainment that will be in the Wenger Room in the Historical Society, and it's $7 for adults, and children 5 and under are free. So we'll also be selling souvenirs, and it's an open car show, Linda.
Yeah, and this era, it goes from the 30s to the 50s here, and then you're also going to have you have over here some beautiful cars. Why don't you explain what we're seeing here?
The cars that we have here, like you said, from the 30s actually through the 60s. The one on the far right is a 1969 Roadrunner. It was a high-performance car. The one next to is a 67 Chevelle, another high-performance car, and the last one is 55 Ford pickup that is not a high-performance vehicle.
Now, and you have a friend in the front seat?
Yes, that's my dog Otis. He's part of my business. And he thinks it's his truck. He just lets me drive.
Now, this fundraiser that you're trying to raise money to build an add-on or add to the Gus's gas station. Explain what that will be.
We're going to add on exactly where the cars are sitting would be a garage that'll replicate what was here in the 1930s, and it'll be with a sign from Ziners out of, not by Hope, but Bixby, excuse me, I lost count there for a second. But in it, we've got donations from a number of tools from Owatonna Tool, and we have all kinds of artifacts that we're going to show in there that represent this area, and it's within the Village of Yesteryear, so we get a chance to show off some of the things. We have tons of artifacts that we can't show, so we'll be able to do that.
How many people help you put on this event?
We have our car clubs out of Ellendale is helping with Jerry Thompson, who wasn't able to make it today, but there's a group of probably 25 that will help with that, and then of course Lloyd is a huge factor in getting it all organized, and we're all on the committee, and it'll probably take 30 to 40 people to put this on and be able to organize it.
Why do you suppose this event is such a beloved event for so many? You know, I drove up this morning, saw some of the cars, and you just smile. Why do you suppose it's so popular?
Well, the people that are buying these cars and restoring them like they are is the baby boom generation that owned these cars back in the day, and now they have a chance to put them back together, and it's very nostalgic and it's fun. And we were talking earlier, you said the local theater group was putting on Grease the same weekend, so that'll be very appropriate.
Yeah.
But
so do you think it's because they have an association that they of the memories of the past, because it's just something that it just keeps on ticking? There's always the 50s and the 40s over and over from generation to generation. So I wondered what your insight was on why it's so popular.
Well, I'm pretty prejudiced that way, but these are cool vehicles. They're a lot different to drive than what we have today, and you can tell the difference. You could ask any of these guys as kids, you could see them coming down the road and you can identify a 55 Chevy. You knew a Chevy from a Ford, from a Chrysler, and everybody was, they had their own group that they wanted to stick with. So it's nostalgic, and as a former history teacher, I used to try and incorporate this into my classes and show the kids the technology of what that it was like in that area versus today. If we don't understand the past, we're not going to understand the future.
And would you say it's a good opportunity too to network if you need parts or you need something for your vehicle, or how to even get started in restoration?
Absolutely. And car guys will give you the shirt off their back and information to show you how to do it and where you can get parts and how you can do this. And they always know somebody that has one, maybe for a parts car or whatever, and you put them together. And it's been very popular. If you're watching on the Velocity channel on the dish, you'll notice that there's whole businesses that are just bringing these cars back for people in pristine shape.
And versus modern day cars, you were saying earlier, they're more identifiable, the earlier models.
Absolutely. As kids, it was a major contest to say that you knew all the cars. You knew the difference between 55 and 57 Chevrolets. So.
From your past experience, what do you think we'll see out here?
We're hoping over 100 cars that are going to be parked all over from all eras, all the way down from the early 1900s up through the 60s and 70s. And it's an open show and it's free, which is fun. People can get their old cars out of the garage, bring it out and let other people look at it, which is fun. It's great for the kids and do something to eat and have fun.
Again, the dates and times and
the date is July 16th from 8:30 until noon.
Okie doke. And then the breakfast will be that morning.
Yep.
And what else? We were talking about these little S&H green stamps as well. We both had memories on that, and there's just so much to look at out here. The 3 pumps there, 2 are from the 30s and 1 is from the 50s, correct?
Correct, yes.
And then, do you know when the green stamps came on the scene at all?
I think green stamps started in the 1950s, and you and I were talking, we remember as kids that Mom would get the green stamps all the time. We'd get them and have them in a box, like you say, put them in the books and redeem them.
And then they'd let us look in the catalog to see what we could find. Well, it's just, there's going to be so much here, and we just thank you and your committee for all your hard work. And Gus would be so proud, wouldn't he?
Yes, he would. And thank you for the opportunity to promote this.
We invite you out. Come support it. And if cars are your things, you'll have a ball, but there's something here for everyone. So please join the event, and thank you, Steve.
Thank you, Linda.
We will take a short break to hear a word from our sponsors, and then we'll be right back, so please stay with us.
Hi, I'm Rich from Sign Pro and Auto Trim Design, a proud sponsor of the Owatonna Today Show. Come and see us for all your sign and truck accessory needs.
Welcome back to the Owatonna Today Show, your community connection. We hope you enjoyed visiting down at the Oscar Field Day and down at Gus's gas station to hear all about their fundraiser. Well, we hope you enjoyed the program today, and we hope you will join us on Monday when our guests will be Habitat for Humanity and the Oxbow Zolman Zoo will be down on location in Byron at the Zolman Zoo, so you won't want to miss that. Meanwhile, have a great weekend, and we'll see you on Monday.